I suppose I'll start the recording there. So we've got a 7-minute-ish version of the recap, or we have a 5-minute version, which is just the 7-minute version, just sped up a little bit.
That sounds funnier.
Yeah.
Last time on
Bean Squad. We're in a tavern right now that you don't really recognize.
I thought we left off just before Pink went to pick up his bow.
That seems to be the last point you can remember.
It seems like you and I aren't repeating.
Gregor's gonna drink the drink. It's a 2 on his constitution check.
Oh no.
But the glass does refill. You hear a voice behind you. If you wish to leave this place with your minds intact, he looks up at you. Steel yourselves and prove your worth. The ground begins to rumble beneath your feet, and 6 pedestals rise around him, each with their own statue at top. He raises himself higher on a central pillar and summons an ethereal shield around him. Roll initiative.
A battle of true hero.
Whoa, okay.
You put up a good effort. You just, with the hand with his dagger in it, he just gut punches you down. When you double Eldritch blasted at him the last time, he had 18 health.
We were close.
I actually could have done it.
You all wake up in the tavern.
We're alive.
Pink is... Yeah, doing the same thing.
It's an older man, with probably about, 4 feet on a good day, with a Newsies cap. You're finally awake.
I at least presume that the other two saw visions of these statues' previous lives when they struck at them. I know I did.
I know exactly what it is. I was there when it happened. But to speak candidly, freely, I'm going to need to bring us back here. So you fade into this area. All of these green motes begin to appear again. In this world, I've gone by Tjaden. I've had a handful of names. But in my original world, my name was Jim. What you saw in those visions was the deaths of me and the rest of my allies. The figures we were fighting, the gray one was Adam, and the black shadow was Atlas. They are a couple of gods that may or may not still exist. I don't know how freely we can speak outside of this realm, but it would be safe to say that not using their names lightly would be a good call. Some uncountable number of these had begun rising up around the world, consuming everything around them. And it's my understanding that it's these 2 gods that were behind this. Presumably, in fact I know for sure for one of them, there are 6 crystals, potentially 5, scattered throughout the world, that each have their own unique abilities. This device here should be able to pinpoint those locations. The reason I came to this village was to find suitable adventurers to go out and find these. Perhaps they would be able to wield their powers. I'm far too old to be able to wield them myself.
I thought you died.
I did. You see, this whole world has died before, possibly countless times. Before, at the beginning of my own journey, I had a very similar experience running into an artificer, trying to pinpoint the locations of these crystals. We didn't understand at the time that he had some sort of greater goal. Everything you know in this world, I know a different version of it. And I'm sure the artificer I had defeated had known his own version. And here we are with you. The crystal atop his device begins to light up, and he raises it up to the sky in this realm. 5 beams of light shoot out. 5 pillars begin to raise, far, far off in the distance. These 5 pillars should lead you to the locations of the 5 quartz pieces. I suppose I'll be giving you one of these. He holds up that device with the crystal, and he pulls out of the bag another one that looks somewhat similar, but it's a little different. And it looks like this. This is the lesser version of my consciousness shifter, as I've been calling it. If a willing person presses this button, they'll be shifted into a realm such as this. Additionally, if you keep in mind a place of heavy significance, any place that never truly leaves your mind, you'll be able to use it to teleport to that place. And you can bring up to 6 people in total, including you. So, silver is in Oridon, purple is in the Scorchlands somewhere, blue is in Smeraldi, green is in the Abyss, and red is also somewhere in Smeraldi.
This is totally insane.
Hardest news for last, because in my world, this is the year where everything started to fall apart. Should be the beginning of Sona. The light in his crystal seems to burst, at which point the pillars begin to fall. A terrifying shiver goes through all of your spines. Oh, Jim, I've finally found you. Instantly, he shifts all of you back to the real world. You're all sitting or slumped over on the ground. He says, "Take this and run." He hands you the lesser consciousness shifter, George. At that moment, Liam is walking over to meet all of you, and a black pillar falls from the sky, pouring out Tjaden, completely destroying him, eating him away. You have 1 minute to decide what you're doing.
We can go back to any location that I remember. We need to pick a
folks
location
go.
right now.
I'm going to start evacuating people to the caves. I don't think any of us can stay here.
Jasper.
Let's go.
Mana and Jasper.
The last things you see of the area around you is a dark gray pillar falling right where Tiatan once stood and standing up and facing towards all of you. But before it can get a good look at you, you're gone. A few seconds pass where all you see is light. George, Pink, and Gregor, you come to corporeal form in George's old bedroom. Oh, and it repeats.
Okay, yeah, very good recount. Okay, I remember.
Yes.
And now
I'm glad to hear that Gregor did survive. I wasn't.
Gregor did survive, yes.
Also, it was really weird seeing a baby face me. I was.
Yeah, it was weird seeing me too.
It was throwing me off.
I'm used to seeing me on like the screen like that Ryan has. So like I was expecting the things I was doing in real life to be reflected on the screen, but then I kept remembering that that's a recording of me and not me.
Yeah.
All right, and here we are in... Oh, I just turned the wrong layer off. I feel like I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And what is my hotkey now? It's been so long. Control Alt M. That didn't do anything. That was Control Shift M. That's why. And here we are
on my die
in Jasper.
Okay.
I'll turn the music down again. Hopefully that still works.
What wonderful music for everything that just happened.
Yeah. We're safe, presumably.
We're safe, right,
You
guys?
seem to be in George's bedroom.
Oh.
Whoa, this is a crazy place here.
You know, I would wedge it to agree. It certainly hasn't changed in a while.
There's some tall ceilings. Where is this? Oh, right. You said your manner. You know, you've always been a pretty kind person, George. You've got good manners.
Oh, thank you, Gregor. I cannot say that this estate was built for my good behavior, but I nonetheless appreciate that.
Oh, of course, anytime. So that was crazy.
Yeah. Crazy, I think puts it lightly.
So what now?
Yeah, good question.
Well, I don't know about you two, but I could use 5 minutes to just sit.
Yeah.
By the way, Jason, would you like to describe your bedroom? What all is in here?
I'm trying to quickly remember what I told you would be in there.
I don't think I got any specific description of your bedroom.
Okay.
So, still free reign.
Gotcha. Okay, so within my bedroom, there's a desk. On this desk are perhaps a messy scattering of different musical pages, and books from the Manor's library that, or is that the right word? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a library here.
Yeah, that have not been put back. There's of course the bed. It is ostentatious as it is big. There is a nice little window by the desk that faces out towards that fountain right there in the backyard. On the walls, on one of the sides, is a portrait from when George was a very wee lad. And yeah, I'd say that covers the important parts.
All right. So, presumably, you all sit down on the bed.
Yeah. There is. We could go elsewhere too. There's plenty of room in the house. That wouldn't have to require all three of us to sit on my bed. But this is plenty fine if you guys are okay with it.
Oh, it's very, very squishy. Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Best bed I've ever sat on.
It is quite comfortable.
Yes, indeed. It's been quite a long time since I've sat on something this comfortable. I'm not going to lie.
I do have a quick question. Where's the bathroom?
Oh yes, the bathroom. It's where the bathroom is, of course.
There you go.
It raises an eyebrow.
It's if you go out the door and go left from my room, it should be not the first room, but the second room. It's a small room. The first room is the dining room.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Frankie's gonna get up and go out of the door and
All right.
go
The
to
door is
bathroom.
closed.
Frankie's gonna open the door.
All right. So,
I
without
shall
checking for
follow you,
traps,
actually, because
without checking for traps, welcome to the first dungeon of the third chapter. You trip over a wire, and take. Let's see. So there's a 50% chance it just snaps. It succeeds that. You now take 3d10 necrotic. That's a 10. That's a 5, and that's a 2. So you take 17 damage, and trip. Give me a acrobatics check just to not fall over.
Yeah, sure. I got you. That's gonna be a 19.
All right, 19 you save. So you don't trip and make any noise, but that does hurt a lot.
17, you said?
17.
and
See,
we
I didn't expect to
both
look for
see
traps.
this. We both see this.
Yes, you all see him trip over and save himself with his very graceful wings with a 19.
Do we see the pain he just was put through?
I mean, it would be pretty apparent, yes.
Pink would also not like
Be quiet
he
about
wouldn't
it.
be loud, but you would tell that something was wrong at the very least.
All right. Wow. I'm gonna get up and walk over to Pink and quickly cast a second level Cure Wounds because I feel like that was my fault.
Pink wasn't expecting to have to look for any traps or anything. So.
Neither was George, but
and go ahead, Jason.
Okay, that is 16 points of healing.
Oh wow. Okay.
So almost back up to full. And one thing to mention here is that when you left Ryodon, it was about midday, but now it's around midnight when you've arrived here.
So time travels whenever we do this.
You've also gone a lot of the way across the country. So time zones might play a little bit into that.
Oh, right. Unless we're on a... Yeah.
All right. Wow, I did not Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
what the
mean-
hell was that?
so, I mean, I guess no one has been here. None of the ego wishes, at least, have really stayed here very much since I left. So, it appears there might be new security measures. So I shall escort you to the bathroom because it would also be bad if one of the servants saw a blue bird just walking through the house. It would be bad for someone's health.
You know, I think that's a good idea.
Yes, and we can make sure not to run into anything else, and I can try to see if I can
Do I
find whoever's still here.
I'm looking to see if I have detect magic at the very least, but I don't have dispel magic, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
Well, I guess if it's just a tripwire, I can step over it, but
All right. So, I suppose we're going to the water closet?
yes, indeed.
Oh, and did you want to use detect magic? Or are you just kind of saving that for later?
I'm gonna use it whenever I get to a door.
Okay. So,
I would.
you make your way over to the water closet.
I would like
Should
to
Gregor
check
come
for
with you?
traps while we're going over there.
I guess DM question.
Hmm.
It was a physical?
It was a physical
like-
wire.
Okay, a physical
And
wire.
the wire
with some
is
sort
still
of-
in the doorway.
Wait, it
Oh.
didn't snap?
It did
Didn't
not
snap.
snap.
Shit, wait, no, it didn't. Gregor, be very careful.
Oh, will do. Mind if I lay back in
Go
the...
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, so very... Oh. And he's already is just asleep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, so you
No,
make your way
Gregor.
over to the water closet. And to check for traps, let's do a investigation as you get to the door here.
Right. I think putting that +0 intelligence modifier to use.
Ooh, that is an 8 in total. And I
8
have a
total?
+4 to investigation.
Ooh, that's a 9.
All right. Sure. Seems pretty normal to you.
Okay. Shoot. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go ahead and just open the door.
yeah.
The door opens.
It looks normal to me, so I mean, hey.
Alright. Well, here it is. I'm gonna go see if I can go find Oswald in here.
All right. So who's doing what? Other than
I'm going to
splitting
the
the party.
bathroom.
So Pink, once again, at the doorway, about toe level. You know what? I'll give you advantage on that investigation check because you do know about this.
For both of us.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a 10.
I got a 9 again.
So with the 10, George, at that last moment as Pink's about to cross the doorway, you do see there is just a little glimpse of a flame, not a flame, of a string.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't move.
Huh?
Don't move.
Hmm?
Yeah, that entryway is trapped too. See it right there. Little glimmer in the light.
With him pointing it out, do I see it now?
We'll say yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I did not see that.
And to describe this wire, it seems to be just a long, very thin, wound steel wire with two loops at the end that have been crimped together on two small nails at each end. It seems the damaging portion of this wire is magical in nature, rather than by sheer tension and sharpness.
All right. Well, the Pink is going to step over the cable.
You step over the cable, and you're in.
Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna look around the bathroom to see if it's just as fancy as the room.
Oh, it is a lavish 300 square foot bathroom.
Okay, my apartment is okay.
Got a big walk-in shower against the wall, very nice throne, and a well carved marble sink, and of course a nice mirror for you to look at yourself in. I will.
Pink is not used to such what's the word?
Extravagance.
Extravagant, yes, extravagant things. So he almost feels wrong being in something like this, but he still does his business regardless.
All right.
Right.
And
Roll
what
for
all
a
does
trapped
this business
toilet.
entail?
Roll for a trapped toilet.
All right. Do you flush the toilet, or do you leave it to smolder?
I do
Oh.
flush the toilet.
All right. The toilet flushes.
Good.
The plumbing, it still works.
Yeah.
After 2 months.
Let's go.
Or has it been 2 months? Yeah, it's been about 2 months. 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pink's business won't take like 2 seconds, so I think we can go over to George while Pink is doing his business.
All right, George, where are you going?
I'm gonna go to the 7th quarters.
All right. Whoop, I'm grabbing that layer. George and Pink will have you head over at the same time. That was Gregor. George and Pink.
Is Gregor a sleepwalker?
I mean, you could try and find out. So at the stairs, you walk down uneventfully.
I would
By the
like
way,
to check for traps at the base of the stairs.
Okay, at the base of the stairs. Seems normal.
Okay.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. There's just nothing there. All right. And now for me to remember my map. So we've got, how do I toggle this? I think I turn this off and this on. Okay. All right. So we can go back again to grab George and Pink. And which way do you want to head to the servants' quarters?
Pink's following George, so
Let's head west towards the ballroom.
Where's the ballroom? Okay.
Before we go through that doorway, I would like to check for traps.
All right. Investigation check with advantage.
Oh, I assume I would also be. I would follow us. I would see you looking and following your footsteps.
19.
All right.
I don't need to, but
Again, there is a wire at this door, set up in the same way.
All right,
I
time to
would
step
gotten a
over again.
14. So
All right, you're through.
another.
Wait, Gregor's in this separate room. That's crazy.
What's up?
Is that not Gregor's token in the servant room right now?
He's
Gregor's
above the
phasing
servant
through
room.
walls and stuff.
All right, so you keep walking down the hallway.
It's just up here on the right.
All right.
Doors closed.
I go
You
up to the
already-
door.
You already know we're doing an investigation check.
All right, go ahead and check.
With
13.
advantage?
Oh wait, with advantage.
Sure.
18.
Okay. Ooh, that's 20.
Oh.
Seems normal.
I'm just gonna. That
I'm
would
gonna
be
s-
such a. What were you gonna do?
I'm gonna step over where it would be just in case.
Okay.
Oh, the door's
okay.
shut.
Oh, the door's shut.
I'm trying to figure out a way to not scare everyone in this room.
Open up! Open up now!
Hmm. I go to open the door.
The door opens.
All right.
And actually, I haven't made you roll any stealth checks yet, so let's see if this door is a little creaky with how fast you move it.
What is my stealth modifier? 14.
14. All right. Noted.
Am I rolling too?
If you want, yeah.
23.
23. All right.
Who needs a rogue?
Peg is a ranger.
All right. Door opens just fine.
Oswald? Oswald, are you in there?
No response.
All right, I'm going in the room.
All right.
Is there like a candle in there? I don't know if I want to turn on all the lights or whatever.
There is candles.
Okay, I'm gonna light one of them using prestidigitation.
Okay. It lights. You see the room's relatively dim lit. I mean, it's a very long room. There doesn't seem to be anyone in here in any of the beds.
I'm gonna get the hamburger helper out
Okay.
and to grab the candle.
All right. You now
I'm
have
just
floating hand with a candle.
yeah. I'm gonna have it just like walk next to us as we go, or as I go through the room itself, looking for people.
All right. Investigation check. Or I guess perception check.
That is a 13.
13. It does not seem like there's anybody in here, but it does seem like a lot of the linens that are usually stored in here are not here anymore.
And we've not heard anything going through this entire place.
You hear a floorboard creak somewhere nearby, or somewhere far away, rather.
Okay, well, Gregor's fast asleep, so that was not him. You heard that, right?
Yeah, it's below both of your passive perceptions, so yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, that doesn't.
Okay. Well,
I mean, is this place supposed to be like empty? Or
no. No, we have staff here at all times, so I am a little curious. I
do
imagine
you know if something's happened?
not that I'm aware of, but I suppose we should go look at or go towards the source of that noise.
All right. give you a perception check for pinpointing the location of that noise.
Nat 20. Oh my gosh.
18.
Well, George, you know your house. That was the third step from the bottom of the stairs. It is notorious
Right.
for having a little bit of a creak to it.
It was by the stairs, so let's go. But don't draw a weapon, but just be ready. This feels weird. This doesn't feel right.
I was about to say I'm going to prepare a spell, but I don't prepare spells. I'm
But
going
yeah,
to be prepared to cast a spell.
let's get moving.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, you make your way back out towards the foyer along the same way you went, or do you complete the loop?
Let's go the same way.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before we turn the corner, though, I'm gonna have the hamburger helper turn the corner into the main foyer area.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the hamburger helper turn the corner first,
With the candle, I guess?
with the candle still lit.
Okay. So okay, sure. As the hamburger helper turns the corner with the candle, you see a dagger fly past and miss the candle.
Okay. It's not good.
You hear them trip. You hear someone trip because I just rolled a natural 1. This person is not rolling anything higher than 5 so far.
Okay, so that's not Oswald.
What do you do with the hamburger helper and the candle?
I'm gonna have it flinch.
Okay. It
like
flinches.
it reacted. Like it was like, oh, a dagger.
All right. And
then I'm gonna.
It's clear enough that the dagger missed because it clatters to the ground. And there was no
I'm gonna turn the corner though.
All
I
right.
will as well.
So you both turn the corner. So first of all, let's roll initiative.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, this seemed I got that vibe.
I don't know how necessary it'll be, but you know.
Oh,
And we
well.
we can switch to George's Arc battle theme with many flute involved.
Well, that's amazing. Unfortunately, I rolled a 7.
7.
I rolled
All right.
a 14.
Initiative.
Not rolling the
7,
best today.
14.
I am.
And what did they roll? Hey, they actually rolled a number that was above 5.
Oh, they
It
rolled
was
a
6.
number.
And no, they do not have 999 health. I'm just gonna assume their health is there.
Man,
And check it in a bit.
If they don't have 999 health and they are one of the servants, I'm gonna be disappointed.
So, up first is Pank. So, free perception check if you want it, or you can just go straight for it.
No, I'm gonna perceive first.
All right, perception check.
17.
So on the ground, tripped over, you see Liam. Hair
Wait,
seems
whoa,
a fair bit longer.
Wait,
Excuse me.
Liam has a twin.
Oh, right.
Does Pank remember that though?
Would Pink remember that? I think since I don't.
That sounds about right. That's funny that it's Liam's twin though.
I don't think Pink would remember. I think it was something that was kind of like, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But Pink hadn't like been doing stuff with them for long enough to be like, oh yeah, this is a memorable
Okay.
thing that I need to remember.
So, Pink, what do you want to do?
Pink is gonna like put his hands down to the side and just be like, Liam?
All right. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Liam looks at you with a confused look, reaches into his belt, and pulls out another 2 daggers that he will try and throw at the both of you. But he's visibly confused as to why you just called him Liam.
Well,
So that is a 13 for Pink.
That does. Hold on. I'm having a brain fart. I haven't played D&D in a while. That's against my armor class, right?
Yeah, AC.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is not.
All right. So it just bounces
Whatever
off
that word
your
is.
armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't think an 8 is going to hit George. So
I don't. I think I'm okay.
actually, he probably should have made those with disadvantage because he's on the ground. But he failed.
Yeah,
both of
that was an impressive throw from him, considering everything.
He's going to use half his movement to stand up. And then he's going to use... well, you've got a light in here now, so that he can't really bonus action hide. So he's just going to...
Hamburger helper.
He's just going to step
the
back
key?
towards the staircase. And let me get his player token. Or his character token here.
Yeah, yes.
Whoop. So
The
he was-
power
he was
of
around
him
about
standing
here.
up threw us out of the manor.
Too
And
powerful.
so half movement was about 1, 2, 3. Well, he actually do diagonals. So he's about there now. He's just backing up a little bit for a better vantage point.
Pink now gets the impression that this is not Liam.
Okay. And that brings us to George.
I'm going to cast Hold Person at 2nd level
Hold
against
person at 2nd level. Okay.
this.
What does that
So
save there?
that is a Wisdom 14 save.
14 save. He natural 3. So he's held. There you go.
All right, and then I'm going to
And what are the effects of that?
This Liam is now paralyzed. On every turn, they can make the save again.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, they're paralyzed. So, like, I think they get disadvantage on attack rolls against them.
I don't. I think it'd be advantage on attack rolls against him, and then they just.
Yeah.
That's my recollection. All right. So yeah, Liam's held.
Oh, attacks are crits if the attacker is 5 feet within the creature.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So that was an action there. What else would you like to do?
I would like to walk towards this Liam.
All right. So you're approaching him. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, so you're
25,
approaching
30.
me.
There you go. So you've approached him. Actually, let's see if you can get 30. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you could get up to here.
Ooh.
Unless, of
that is
course,
the end of
Long
my
Strider
turn.
is a bonus action.
It's not. Unfortunately, it is an action.
All right. That brings us to Pink again.
So when when someone's under the effect of hold person, until they make their save, they can't do anything.
Basically.
Pretty much. Okay. Pank is going to move as far as he can go in that direction with 25 towards the Liam.
10, 20, 25, right about there.
Okay. And that's going to be my turn, knowing that this Liam is now unable to do anything.
Okay. That brings us to Liam.
Don't save.
It's a 16.
Ah.
Good.
Now, is that his action? Or is that like the end of his turn?
Do saving throws count as the action
At the
for that
end,
turn?
at the end of each turn, it can make the save. So that is
Yeah,
the
okay,
end of
so that's the end of his turn.
this Liam's turn.
So you do see him begin to start being able to move. And that brings us over to George.
Okay, I am going to move to the other side of Liam, to the right of Liam. This Liam.
Okay. Easy enough.
And then I'm gonna make a swing at him using my scimitar.
Scimitar, okay.
I feel like this is the first time I've swung my scimitar. in.
I don't have to roll anything for that.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
that
switch
is
players
a
so I can check the stats.
that's 15.
15. All right. His AC is here we go.
Probably high.
14.
Ooh.
Okay, now it's close to his health.
That's 4 damage.
4 damage. Let's go.
Woo! Minimum damage. Let me see.
2.
Bonus actions. Bonus actions.
Bless you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I would like to identify weakness on this man.
All right. Identify weakness. Roll your, I believe it's insight check.
Yep. Well, unless I have a really good insight score, I think I just failed again. I feel like I'm suddenly remembering having flashbacks. Yeah, that fails. That is an 11.
11. All right. And let me double check how this works.
In my notes, it's a
15.
15.
Okay. So yeah, no weakness identified yet, but you do get a good cut on his arm. And that brings us to Pank.
Being that George is now attacking, I'm going to start attacking.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Thunder Wave at first level.
That's AoE, by the way.
That's AoE.
That's AoE.
I mean, you
I'm
could still do
going
it.
to cast Frostbite. Pink would not willingly cast an AoE that would engulf both him and George.
I think there's a way you could do it, but
Unless the situation demanded it. There's the asterisk, but this situation does not demand it.
All right. Any movement
So-
before Frostbite?
No, just going to cast Frostbite.
All right.
And that is a Constitution saving throw.
Cons save of what?
DC is 13.
15.
Dang it! So on failed save, target takes 1d6 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. Is that melee weapon or just regular weapon?
It just says next weapon attack roll.
Okay.
And that will be 5 cold damage.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
that's crazy.
I don't recall him having any P. There we go. any cold resistance. Double check this. Honestly, let me just file export real quick. There we go. And now I have his stat out of that. Cool. No, he does not have any special resistances that I see. Yeah. All right. So he takes that damage, which does bring us to his turn. Let's see. I see. Interesting. Okay, so what he's going to do is bonus action disengage, because rogue.
Ow, rogue.
5, 10, 15, 20. That should be good.
Oh,
And
you've
he's gonna
got
pull
the
out-
player cams on.
There you go. So he's going to climb up the stairs, face towards all of you, and pull out a wand. And he's going to throw out a sleep spell. And is anyone here below 20 HP of health?
No.
I think we're
Okay.
both full HP.
I'm 1 below full HP, but
Oh, you're so right.
Well then. And he's going to use the rest
Is
of
that
his
what-
movement.
Is that what
Awkward.
Liam says as he walks up?
He's going to retreat up the stairs. All right. That's his turn.
Amazing.
nice attempt at least.
And that's going to bring us over to George.
All right.
Quick DM question.
Yes.
Did that sound like Liam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have Morgan's, golden pipes, but
Yeah.
very masculine pipes,
Mhm.
I have an idea. I think it's a funny idea.
Go on.
I would like to cast polymorph.
Okay. Interesting.
So that is also a DC 14 Wisdom save
On him?
on him.
Is it ranged?
60 feet.
Okay. What are you polymorphing him into?
I need to quickly look.
Oh, he makes an 18, by the way.
Doesn't matter. That's my 4th level spell slot.
No.
I'm gonna follow him up the stairs
Okay.
to get back in melee range.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There you go.
Yeah. And I'm gonna yell for Gregor.
All right. Gregor's going to make a check. Okay. And I guess I'll... How do you... This is always a good question of how do you work out calling out? I'm going to give him... I gave him perception with disadvantage.
Would it be his
I'd
passive
say-
perception?
Yeah, I can do like a performance thing.
It's a very
This
good
is-
question
this
on how
is
to
a-
figure it out.
This is a
'Cause if
tough
you
one.
roll high, does his DC go? Yeah, sure. You roll performance, and then I'll invert it. And if it's if he succeeds that,
Gregor, we need you. Ooh, 21.
Ooh.
okay. I'm gonna
like
say
that.
he does hear that. What? Oh. I seem to be a little bit tied up.
That sounds about right. I'm just glad he's alive. He could have been killed at this point.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I'll give Gregor an initiative now. What is Gregor's plus to initiative? Oh, man. He's on the same turn as you, Pank.
Oh, okay. Isn't that figured by dexterity?
So
I
he has a
have
+1.
I have a +4.
Okay, so he is just behind you. So that brings us to, so that was George. That brings us to the top. That's you, Pank.
Yeah. I am also going to move up the stairs 25 feet. I think that gets me to the bottom left adjacent diagonal.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep.
And I will cast. No, that's a terrible idea. Unfortunately, the only thing I have for holding is Entangle, which is a 20-foot square area.
I mean, you could stop everyone.
Yeah, and like, I'm right next to him.
Well, no, the issue is, though, for the duration of the spell, the plants turn the ground into difficult terrain, which would be fine if it wasn't for the next paragraph. A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
I'm guessing restrained is more than just we can't move.
A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. That you use your action to
Use your actions to try to move.
Yeah, so not a good idea because if both of us fail it, then all of us get. What if we fail it, but Liam succeeds?
That's not. I have a -1, so
I have a +0.
Yeah, that's not horrible, or a horrible chance.
So yeah, I'm not doing that. No, not that one. I want to reacquaint myself with my spell list. Frostbite worked fine last time. Let's Frostbite again. And that's a DC 13 con save.
All right. It's natural 1.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
Okay, so that will be target message. The target takes 1d 2d6. Gotcha.
2d6. All right.
That's gonna be 8 cold damage.
8 cold. Got it. All right.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
We have a Gregor restrained moment.
All right. That brings us over to Gregor, who's going to make a strength check against Liam's.
Come on,
job.
strong boy.
Wow. Okay. It is not Liam's day. Neither is it Gregor's. Wait, Gregor has a plus though. All right. So Liam, with advantage, rolled a 1 and a 4 to tie up Gregor.
Wow. Wow.
And Gregor, with just regular strength, rolled a 3 plus 3. So Gregor is free. You hear some rope snap. And Liam looks towards your bedroom, George, with some concern. And then Gregor is going to appear on the map.
Let's
boy.
go.
Is in play. And we'll say he was about there.
Our boy.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's here. The
The boy.
boy. And he's going to make a grapple attempt at Liam. And that's going to be a natural 5. But what is the save? A natural 2.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling so low today.
But it's still working out in Gregor's favor somehow.
So yes, Gregor with
So
his
it's
plus
okay.
5 goes ahead and grapples Liam. And Liam's now restrained. I guess that brings us over to Liam's turn. He's going to try and break that restraint, which is competing. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, there you go.
He does break out, but that's his action. Bonus action, what can he do?
Oh, I was about to say, never mind.
He's going to, once again, disengage and run.
Yeah, if he wasn't
he's
a
not
rogue, he would be trapped.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's running. And he used his bonus action to disengage, so he can't bonus action dash.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's my turn now.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to cast Hold Person again.
All right. He's going to try and resist with a 9.
Woo! It is not his day.
No, it's not.
He missed a floating hand, and that really just threw him off his game. Well, even then, he couldn't tie someone up.
Yeah.
He does
He's
not
learned
have
from the
Liam's
best,
skill. Yeah, this is weird. And I'm going to move within range again as far as I can.
All
So
right.
is he held or not?
Yeah.
Oh, he is held. Okay.
So I'm going to give him a dexterity saving throw just to see if he falls down too. That's a 19, so he doesn't fall. He's just kind of locked in place. He was in a good stance. So George, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you're here. You could go up here if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay. And now what?
Well, using my bonus action, I'd like to identify weakness.
All right.
I forgot
Please.
I too have
Please.
identify weakness.
Please. I got a 15!
All right. He seems like bludgeoning would definitely work on him.
Alright, perfect. I can punch him.
The age-old bludgeoning.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. And that brings us up to Pank.
Okay. I'm going to move as far as I can behind Liam.
Up here? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to stealthily,
Mm-hmm.
because I assume he can't like turn around and look at me.
Yep.
I'm going to stealthily take my bar of soap and put it down below one of his feet for when if he succeeds his saving throw.
All right. So I guess you'll have to toss it. Give me just a stealth check, and we'll tie everything into that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's going to be a 24.
Oh, versus a natural 20. What's his perception modifier?
Oh, please. What is Pink's perception
Oh,
modifier?
okay. So you do succeed. His
Oh.
perception modifier is just below that.
Okay.
So
Was it
with
plus
natural
3?
20. Yeah.
That's
Mine is a
crazy.
+5, so. But yeah, okay. And
Alright.
just for a side note, it is apparently lemon zesty. So.
I feel like
So,
I remember you
George.
buying that.
You don't even notice the faint whiff of lemon zest that floats by you.
All right, I'll take that out of my inventory.
Anything else that you would like to do?
Let's see. Would George have relayed the weakness to me?
I did not.
Okay.
This is giving me flashbacks. I remember a specific case during a certain boss
During a certain
battle.
fight where I did a really bad job of doing that.
So Pink is going to Pink is going to identify weakness.
You gonna identify weakness?
Yeah, because you know
Okay.
he doesn't know the weakness.
Sure. Insight 15.
Insight. That's a 12.
You don't seem to get a good grasp on what his weakness might be.
Darn it! What could his weakness be?
And that brings us to Gregor. Sure. Insight is based in what stat? I took that sheet down. Which main stat is insight? It's wisdom, right?
Wisdom.
Okay. Gregor rolls a 14. So Gregor doesn't know the weakness either.
He can still move.
He can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're now bunched up again. And he could also try and grapple from this distance, so he's going to give a go.
So paralyzed
natural
targets
17.
automatically fail
Oh, automatically fail.
strength.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, Gregor has Liam by the hands now. And that brings us to Liam's turn, who's going to give a natural 6 on that save
He's still paralyzed
and still grappled.
and still grappled.
And still lemon zesty.
And the faint smell of lemon zest is starting to waft.
Have I noticed this soap scent yet?
You can roll a perception check. It's going to take a 25 or a 24.
I need to know.
It's imperative that you know.
Perception. I think that's a 15. Let me make sure. Yeah,
All right.
15.
So no lemon zest just yet,
Ah, dang. Okay,
but it is beginning to permeate the area.
gotcha.
All right. So that was Gregor's turn. That brings us over. No, I just saved for them. So it's George's turn. Yes, it's your turn.
Woo. Okay, I'm gonna move 5 feet diagonally to the right.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm gonna do. I could do something funny, but I'm going to. Well, I am gonna do that. So I'm gonna raise my fist in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, "What am I gonna say?"
What a wonderful one-liner. What am I going to say?
This maggot is easily crushed, and I unarmed strike him.
All right. Roll to. No, I think that's automatic fail. And it's a crit, too.
It's still a roll to hit,
Okay.
but I get advantage on it.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. What's
All
your
right, I
strength
got a
modifier?
17. We'll get there.
17 does hit.
All right. I do a solid 0 damage.
I was about to say.
With what face muscles he can move. He just gives you a very confused look that you've seen plenty of times before.
Well, I've only seen it in the eye.
Oh, and you froze.
Oh no, I thought that was just me.
Oh no.
I've only seen the
Oh, and
confusion in his eyes.
There we go.
All right. So he blinks at that punch, and yeah, just confused Liam. You've seen it before. You've seen it again. That brings us
Liam
back to
hurt
Hank.
himself in his confusion.
Oh, actually, George, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
That's a 9.
All right. With that punch of 0, your foot, to kind of lean into the punch, steps on a bar of lemon zest,
Wait, no.
and you
no.
you also trip.
The lemon.
But
If I just
Your shoe
made that
now does
perception
have-
check.
a little bit of lemon zest.
Oh, it smells nice.
Yeah, your shoes smell nice now.
And then what did you want to do?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
So you're prone now? Is that correct?
It sounds like it.
Yeah. So George is prone.
Oh,
That
my
brings us
perfect
over
plan.
to Pank. This very interesting fight.
Yeah, Peg is just kind of like in awe, but not like in the good way about what, like the past, how long is around 6 seconds?
Yeah.
In the past 6 seconds of time, everything that's just happened.
Oh, as if the rest of this fight has been anything normal.
Well, yes, but this part especially because you tripped onto the soap that he put under Leo. Yeah, I am going to. Bludgeoning damage, eh?
Well, did you
Oh, well.
understand the whole crushing thing as I punched him?
Crush this maggot as you. That I think that would stick out to me because I don't think Hank has ever seen you like punch someone.
That was the first time I've punched a creature.
So I think that would stick out to me as like there's a reason for this, but I don't know if Pank would, with a +0 to intelligence, be like, yes, weakness, bludgeoning.
Oh, and while Pank is figuring out his turn, George, you would recognize this figure as Thomas Siva,
Yeah.
as well as Liam.
Yes, I do recall seeing this. I've come across this one before.
But yes, it is Pank's turn.
I am going to cast. I really only have 2 spells that won't be AoE damage or be AoE in general.
You can also step up by 1.
I could also step up by 1. That's true. You know, You know what? Pink is going to go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
All right. Whoop, that's George. He slipped
Man,
back
that was a
little bit
really
from the sword.
powerful. That was a really powerful unarmed strike.
All right.
So Pink is
Go
gonna
ahead,
like
roll hit.
come with a running shot.
Mhm.
And let's see. So is it just like a normal hit? A roll to hit?
He has like
Yeah.
double advantage right now.
Oh wait, I have advantage right now.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
advantage.
because he's
Oh,
grappled
nice.
and paralyzed.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, dice. That's gonna be a solid 13.
Just below his AC. So he also feels like a path on his back, as well as the path to his face.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. He would have just felt like a ever so slight stinging, anyways, because I have a 1 to bludgeoning to unarmed strike.
But it would have crit and done 1 damage.
Yes.
All right. That brings us to Gregor, who is... I don't think Gregor has any rope on him, does he? No, but he does have an embroidered kitty cat coin purse.
Really?
Yes.
That's
I
amazing.
do not remember that.
That's amazing.
So Gregor's gonna just say, Liam, what are you doing? What's going on here?
He can't move his face.
Oh. And that's Gregor's turn,
Fair enough.
because he's just gonna keep maintaining the grapple.
That's so nice of him.
Natural 20 from Thomas to get out of the paralyzation. He's still grappled.
So he's still grappled. All right,
That's
it's my
his
turn. I'm not gonna mess around anymore. I'm going
More
to
Mr.
make.
Nice Guy.
I'm going to make. Oh wait, he could move now. If I were to say something to him, would that take my action?
No, free.
Okay. Surrender now, and we shall not kill you. As I raise my scimitar and slice down at him.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage.
You are kidding.
It better not be.
Well, I think that. Anyways, I got 2 14s.
Ah, well.
Both
I
of
think
those
that's
hit.
exact. Yeah. Does grapple crit?
That's a good question. They move things around. Oh wait, I can't access this.
I don't think it
Conditions.
crits.
So for grappled, creature's speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Ends if they're incapacitated. Ends if effect remove from grapple. Yeah. Okay, so grappled means they just can't move.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Noted. All right. They're going to use. Oh, wait, yeah, that's still your turn.
Sorry, that was the end of my turn. I was just gonna say that.
All right. So end of George's turn. And sure, he'll respond. Yeah, that might. Yeah, yep. Uh-huh.
I would like to insight that.
Sure.
I got a 17.
They got a 3.
Oh no! Oh no!
They definitely seem like they're gonna still try and keep running.
You have to try better than that, dude.
But they don't seem like they're willing to fight anymore, that's for sure.
I know what your family did to my brother.
Well, now he knows who you are.
How did he not already?
Remember
That's
about 4 months
crazy.
ago when I asked you if there were any portraits of you in the manor, and you said no?
That's really funny.
Ah,
Oh yeah, because I've been a sheltered boy.
yeah.
I just made like, okay, he could not leave.
You've made a grave error, it seems.
But it's not my turn anyways.
Yep, that brings us to Pank.
Hank is a little bit confused at the whole exchange, but he's just gonna kind of no time for that right now. And he's gonna use his quarterstaff,
All right.
trusty quarterstaff. And I forgot I have 2 attacks per action
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm a ranger at level 5. So,
So go ahead. I don't think he's
Yeah.
doing very well anyway.
so
I
that
have a-
first one. Oop,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're good. First one to hit is unfortunately a 12. So,
Does not hit.
second one to hit is an 18, though.
That hits.
Let's roll that 1d6 plus 2. Bludgeoning damage.
And it's bludgeoning.
Yeah. That's going to be, 7. I rolled 7. And how does weakness work? Is that like,
It's a crit, effectively.
it's a crit? Okay, so that'll
Double
be
damage.
14 damage then?
Yes.
Pink doesn't know this, by the way. Pink doesn't know that bludgeoning is the weakness. He's just within range and doesn't want to step back for a spell.
Oh, he's not looking good. He's looking battered.
Yeah, no, and I'm just gonna like bap him across the head.
George, you can see his like consciousness just like fade a little bit as like he gets that.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Would I notice any like shock at what I just insinuated from Liam's face?
From what? Just the bash to the head, or what you said about your family?
No. Like when I said, "I know what you did to my brother," would I notice that I have messed up when I said that?
It's from his facial response. It was just covered with, "Oh, I messed up."
Okay. Okay, I see.
So you both think you messed up.
No, me as a player, I think I messed up. George feels more confident now.
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, that
Oh, right.
believe brings
That'll
us
be the end of my
back.
turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to Gregor, who says, do we really want to kill Liam? That doesn't seem like a good thing.
This is not Liam. This is Liam's brother. And he tried to kill us.
Okay. So that's Gregor's turn. He's just gonna kind of keep holding. Actually, I'm gonna give Gregor a moral choice.
But also, we don't have to kill him.
Yeah, no, we don't have to.
We can just incapacitate him.
Unfortunately, the only way I can incapacitate someone is by making them unconscious by
By beating them.
by depleting their
All
health.
Same
that-
here.
That was Gregor's turn. That brings us over to Thomas, who's also going to make a moral choice. Okay. He goes for the less moral choice here and says, I don't have a brother. And is also going to try and break from Gregor's grapple, which definitely fails.
Oh boy. See, I know the truth, but Gregor would have no clue.
Actually, would disengage be a grapple break?
I don't think so. I think disengage just prevents reactions.
Hmm.
I think at this point, hearing what George said, though, Pink would be like, oh, because like he figured something was up clearly, because Liam didn't teleport with them, and also, Liam is trying to kill them.
Gregor, Liam never shows his face. This is not Liam.
Okay, I see.
Would there be a way for me to make another scimitar attack non-lethally?
You could try and like hit him with the butt of your sword.
Right. I think I'd like to do that.
All right. Roll to hit.
Um, 22.
Hits.
Okay. Do I still get the 1d6?
Yeah.
Okay. That is 4. Does this count
4
as
damage.
bludgeoning damage, though?
We'll say no,
Okay.
just because it is with the
4 damage.
So 4 has been registered. He's not down just yet, but he's getting to the edge.
This is hard because he does look so much like Liam.
Oh yeah, no. This entire time, Pink has been like, "This feels so wrong."
It's just terrible.
All right. Anything else you would like to do, George?
I think that's it.
Okay. That brings us over to Pink.
You knocked a bird die. By the way, I would just like to say what's been going through Pink's mind this entire time, pretty much, is we're gonna knock him out and then figure this out later. But he is having a serious what? This is so wrong. Why is Liam doing this type of thing? But also confused as to why Liam is here in the first place. But now, all that's pretty much dissolved away now that George has said this is his brother. So with that, I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and try and bap him across the head again twice.
All right.
He's not surviving this grapple. He's not staying conscious through this grapple.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to kill him. Well, that I can tell you that doesn't hit. That's a solid 5.
Did you
with
roll
my plus
advantage?
3.
He's still grappled.
Oh, right, with advantage.
I don't know if grapple gives advantage.
Either way, it would have been 2 again.
Okay.
Yikes.
So both of them do not hit. He just feels like a couple little pats on the back. He's like, he can't. Actually, no, he can turn around. And like, he's
job,
just
Sparrow.
terrified.
Yeah, you're right. He has disadvantage, but we don't have advantage.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Gregor, who again is going to make a moral choice and let go of one of Liam's hands.
Wait, no. Wait,
Still
no,
hold him in
Gregor.
place, but it's just like he's
Wait,
very
Gregor.
conflicted here.
Oh man.
Because, like, he doesn't want to see this person die. So, like...
We're not trying to kill him.
I should probably have said... We should probably have said to Gregor that we're not trying to kill
George,
this person.
you said you would kill him, so... And then you did slice down, so it's like... Gregor's very conflicted. He's just gonna let go of one hand.
Yeah, and, like, the thing is... Yeah.
I get where he's coming from. But damn.
All right, and with that, that's going to be the end of Gregor's turn.
In the worst way, this is also the face of the person who did kill my brother.
It is. So
Technically.
that's why he's... If you make a perception check, there might be somewhere that's a little wet.
Wait.
So now it's his turn. And he's got a free hand. He's going to use his action to try and disengage, which is...
Wait, so is he free
not
fully from the
disengage,
grapple?
to ungrapple. No, he's still grappled, but I don't know, maybe I'd give an advantage, but saying that, I did just give him a natural one.
Well,
Let's see what the other one is. 11 versus Gregor's no. So he's still... He's just gonna give up.
Wait, so he's just gone limp.
He's not limp, he's just gonna resign to the wall.
Is he just like slumped over now, just kind of like, man, screw this?
He's just kind of accepting his fate a little bit. And that's his turn. Which brings us over to George, who's holding a scimitar.
I for sure
Choice is
notice
yours.
his. I for sure notice his resignation, as I've already also noticed his quickly depleting consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, all right, enough of this, and cast Hold Person at 3rd level.
All right. It's a 5 to resist.
He's paralyzed. If you know what's if you know what's good for you, please do not resist. Gregor, let's bring him back to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
We can tie him up there.
So I suppose we go back to regular Eagerwish estate. Eagerwish estate? Eagerwish.
So
Manor.
because I heard snapping, I'm going to assume there's rope in the bedroom still.
Hmm.
I'm going to cast Mending on whatever is left.
All right, you mend the rope back together.
Yes.
Gregor, if you'd please, could you help me tie him up?
Sure. He gets a 17 on his check.
Do you remember what I said? I know that I said like I know that you killed my brother?
This is for what you did to my brother and the rest of my family. So very, very clear.
Yeah, I think you directly gave yourself away.
No, that's not the issue now. Because I also know that Thomas wasn't the one who killed the brother I knew was dead. But based off his reaction, because I know they have my other brother. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, well, let's get him tied up, I guess.
All right. He's successfully tied up with Gregor's efforts alone. If you want to aid with that, you can also give a roll.
I'm going to step back to simmer down a little bit.
All right.
So is he demasked?
He wasn't wearing a mask.
Oh, he wasn't wearing a mask. Okay.
Yeah, no mask and longer hair. Probably like about 4 months of extra growth.
All right. So, you two, this is Thomas Siva. This is Liam's brother.
Gregor doesn't
Thomas,
remember
I have a
thing.
question.
What?
Gregor doesn't remember a thing. He did also run into the double
He
Lee
did.
when
He
you
did,
first met
yeah.
him, but that was a while ago.
I think
Because that was in the
Pank-
tree site cave.
Yeah, I think at this point that would like jog Pink's memory, because Pink wouldn't have forgotten the dungeon. He just kind of like it was a little bit ago.
So, is he a bad guy, or do we want to? Like, we're not killing him, right? That just feels wrong.
I agree that it does feel wrong. Thomas, I have a question.
He's currently. No, he's not unconscious. He is paralyzed though.
He's
I'll give him a saving throw.
I'm going to let go of the concentration
Okay.
so he can talk.
Uh-huh. Hi.
Oh, there. Pink, if you could please hold my scimitar.
Pink will grab it and yeah.
I know that you were not the one who killed my brother Morthil, but when I said that thing back there, you still reacted. Well, yeah. What have you done to my other brother?
Your other brother is he disappeared. We don't know where he went. I mean, he went towards the forest, but after that, we don't really know. So you know about Aiden then? No?
Have we? I'm not gonna say that. Thomas.
Yeah.
My father himself told me that you kidnapped Nuvian. What have you done with him?
My parents did capture Nuvian, but he escaped with the help of a horse. People are looking for druids in the city that might be able to polymorph or something. That's their guess. Or maybe someone who can speak with animals.
Can I roll insight on this?
Yeah.
This feels.
I don't know if
He's
you'd
told the
have.
truth here.
Yeah, I was about to. I don't think he would want to lie here.
I rolled a 9.
Seems honest to you.
Okay, well, your story seems outlandish, but okay, so have the Sivas taken over my family's manor now that
Uh-huh.
they've. You guys suck. Where are the servants? What have you done with them?
Well, this... He's gonna make an intelligence roll. Okay. He's gonna choose to say the intelligent thing here. Well, the servants, most of them don't... They stopped working here. But there was one who decided they did want to keep working here. They just don't. They're just not in the manor tonight.
You know where they are.
Somewhere in town, presumably.
Sorry, anyways, sorry,
He was the only one who
That was-
really wanted to stay, but it seems like it was more out of respect for the building than for your family. So we just let him
Oh.
do his thing.
So that was Oswald then.
Maybe.
Was it an
Old
older
guy?
gentleman? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was Oswald. That sounds about right. Okay. Let's see. Well, I presume the traps laid around the house was also your family's doing.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Where are all the traps in this house?
Basically at the entrances, and then any doors that we thought were gonna be used by anyone. That's it. It's all those. It's just the wires with the inflict wounds wires.
Right. Do you know how to disarm these wires?
You just don't touch the center. If you touch the ends, they're fine.
Okay.
Sorry, are you gonna kill me or like what? What's the deal here?
You've been no. You've been extremely cooperative, but
Uh-huh.
you we're not going to kill you.
Good.
But I do not want you to return to your family. I feel like that would cause issues for us. But I have a solution for that. It will take a slight bit of cooperation from you, but not that much.
Okay.
Did I really not write down the item's name in my... Okay. What was the thing that Tian gave us called?
The
Is it the
lesser
consciousness shifter?
shifter.
The conscious... Yeah, the that thing. I'm gonna bring it out.
Oh.
I'm gonna say,
Oh boy.
no. This is the item that we used to get here. And what we are going to do. All four of us are going to make a quick, seamless trip to Citrine. We are going to go to the gold district of Citrine.
Okay. Seems like a bit of a journey.
It'll be quick. Do you have any, like, funds on you?
Just a couple coins.
Okay. We're going to take you to a place to stay in the gold district. I will pay for the first couple days. And then you shall have enough time to figure out a plan for yourself. You should stay in Citrine. If I ever see you again, you should stay in Citrine.
Right.
So I'm going to think. Shoot, I can't just take the tide, man. Straight there.
So you have to imagine like a particular place, right?
Yeah.
A
Maybe
place
I
that
will,
really
actually.
is stuck in your mind.
Maybe I will do exactly that, actually.
The hat shop.
Well, there was we stayed at the
The inn.
we stayed at the inn. I think that might be the first place we could. Yes, let's go. Which the inn wasn't in the gold district, was it?
No.
That's fine. So
Silver District.
we'll take you to the silver district, actually. So I can pay for a bit longer of a stay for you. And then you could find work in Citrine or something. You're a resourceful person.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I am bleeding. So
Um,
anything you can do about that?
I can help with that as well. And I cast cure wounds at their level on him.
All right, how much does that heal?
If I can. Where did I put my D? Oh, there it is.
I can't imagine the dilemma going through George's head right now.
Just gonna ignore it, okay? 19 points of HP are restored to Thomas.
Okay. So he's about back up to half.
You feel better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't promise we'll get there at nighttime. But I would still recommend immediate bed rest anyways.
Yeah, that makes
Wait,
sense.
before, hey Gregor,
Yeah, what's up?
can you make sure he doesn't have any daggers still left on him?
Oh, sure. Pardon the intrusion. And he's gonna do a investigation check of 7.
Well,
So Gregor, with a 7, notices the more obvious things, like a sunblade that he had just stowed away. So Gregor now holds a sunblade, as well as, let's see, what else? Gregor didn't see the wand originally. Yeah, so he gets the sunblade. That's about it. This is a big boy.
What in the world is that?
It's my sword that I didn't use because I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just trying to maim or gravely injure, but really just kind of restrain anyone intruding.
Well, I mean, you almost killed my hand, but that's beside the. Sorry.
He just looks a little embarrassed.
um. Okay. Do the two of you have any questions for him?
So you don't have a brother, but you're Liam's brother, and yeah, what's
I can
that?
see how he could answer this.
And now I have to figure out how he answers this.
Do I see Thomas's hesitation?
There's a little bit of hesitation, yeah.
So Liam has been, in a way, disowned.
So who's Liam? I mean, you keep saying it's my brother, but his name is Aiden.
Don't worry about that.
Uh,
I'm talking to Big Man back there.
Oh, yeah, what about it?
Yeah, so Liam's family disowned him.
Oh,
So Thomas
Okay.
doesn't recognize Liam as his brother.
okay. So here he was also Thomas, because we kind of, did the whole twin swap in, swap out on a given day kind of thing. I guess he didn't say his name was his actual name. Or, well, I've not heard from him in a bit. Is he okay? Did you kill him? Or, like,
But,
cause,
well, I mean, we're not sure how Liam is doing right now. It's partially why we came to Jasper.
to finish the job?
We're not. There are bigger issues than our family struggles right now. As much as it pains me to say.
Okay. Sure. That sounds good to me. Or bad to me.
We're not going to kill you.
Great.
We're not going to kill you. I, just out of curiosity's sake, can I study Thomas's face to see if there's any, I guess only in the eye region, is there any discernible difference between Liam and Thomas?
No.
Are they really that identical?
Only difference is
I mean, we've
hair length.
only seen
no mask.
this much of Liam's face.
That's fair. We've seen Liam's face, but not enough to study it, I say.
Yeah. I do have some more questions. What is your family planning to do to Jasper and to any remnants of my family should they show back up?
Well, that's a long list. What do you already know?
I know that your family has taken a higher degree of power within the city than I think is reasonable for a commerce family to take. And
I
that
mean,
this has
pot calling the
happened.
kettle black, but okay. Never mind. I rescind my comment.
I think, listen, a medicinal merchant family, it's a bit different from yours.
Sure.
I can see why you make that comment, but from what I understand, Jasper has discernibly changed in my father's absence.
Yeah.
But I would like to hear your take on what has occurred since my father left the city.
So, your father left. We took over. We got rid of the. We made things cheaper.
You stopped
And-
yourself. I need you to finish that sentence.
I'd rather not.
No, please.
He looks over at Gregor.
Hold on. I start slowly extending my arm with the weapon, his weapon, over to him.
To Gregor?
No, to George. I forget what weapon did he hand
It's
me?
a scimitar.
I start handing George's scimitar like slowly over to him, like.
They got rid of the Edelstein participation of the city. We annexed the city from Edelstein. Because as I'm sure you're well aware, Jasper makes a considerable amount of money on its own, and Edelstein, or the Edelsteinian government, kind of leaves us alone for the most part. It leaves the city alone for the most part. We turned off the city's heart crystal, so no one could teleport in or out.
Oh, that makes things easier.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's no more. The eager wishes aren't really part of the city anymore. I mean, I guess you're here now. Elmaris left. We have the documents from the main gate of the city that he left the main gates. Obviously, I mentioned Nuvian is he escaped. And I think that, I mean, you're here, so that congratulations. You're all you're the
Accounted
eager wish
for.
of the city, I guess.
I suppose I am.
Who are you?
Uh,
Like a distant. You said you're. What? I guess there were 3 bedrooms. I thought this was like a guest study.
do you think such an answer would help you at all?
No, never mind. I rescind my comment.
So let's see.
I think
You've
gonna
made
have
a
to-
merchant republic of. Wow. No, not republic. It's still an oligarchy. You have family control. It's not a merchant republic. It's a merchant town.
Yeah.
That is intriguing. I'm genuinely intrigued from a. If it wasn't me, I would be intrigued. If I was reading this 100 years later, I would be intrigued. Okay. Um. Okay.
Just for the record, from Peng's point of view, this has been the most "what the hell is going on" type of conversation ever.
Gregor,
Yeah. Um.
did you look for? I know I asked you to look for weapons. Did you? Could you look for a crystal connector on him, just to make sure?
Sure. It's a 15. Yeah. You found a crystal connector.
All right, take it away from him.
Much obliged, I guess. Here you go, George.
Thank
and
you.
He hands you a, if I recall, it is a blue crystal connector.
Sorry, let me note this down. Okay. Um. Hmm. Well, I have
It-
another question.
Oh, okay.
What do you know of the murder of Morthil, Egoish?
Well, I know it happened. Um, it. I'm very glad you know it wasn't me. And that it was, my brother. Um. Uh. And that he's been buried, I think, in the garden behind the house. That was before my family did anything to take over the city.
Right. Is there a grave marker back there?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a few.
Right.
Um,
2?
a handful. I didn't count the exact number.
Okay. Um.
I don't know. Would your family have a graveyard or more of a mausoleum?
I'd say just a graveyard.
Okay. So yeah, back in the garden. That sounds normal to you.
Yeah. Um. Okay. I take the consciousness. Could I get the name again?
Lesser consciousness shifter.
Cool. I'm going to think on the inn that we stayed at
Okay.
during our time in Citrine.
Okay.
and think
Because that was
of
just a couple weeks, I will say that's a history check of 5. So, when you do try and teleport to somewhere, unless it's like your hometown or something where some very significant event happened, there will be a history check associated with it,
Mhm.
judged off of how significant I think the place was. But yeah, you stayed
Okay.
there for a while. It was recent.
let's see. And I make sure that we'd be taking me, Thomas, Pank, and Gregor with us.
Okay.
Okay. That is a dirty 20 on the history check.
All
Wait,
right. So
sorry, 19.
you can very well remember the place. Are you thinking of the inside or the tavern side of Old Sins?
The inside.
Okay. So, you press the button, thinking of that place, and everything turns to light. 6 seconds later,
That's going to freak him out.
you hear a familiar piano playing. Ah! Okay.
Yes, you're still alive.
Yep. That's a small teleporter. Okay.
So, you ever been to Citrine?
I think once when I was young.
Well, welcome back, I suppose. Yeah, let's head over to the table. Or the like innkeeping table.
Okay, so you go downstairs to the tavern.
I'll go on. I'll go on.
Oh, fancy. I didn't. When did you walk in? This is Oldson, or this is Thomas. Tom.
Hey Tom. I just came in a little while ago. Must have missed you. I don't know.
Oh, I must
Hey,
have been
listen.
cooking or something. What's up?
I've got a man
Yes.
who
Okay.
looks like Liam.
Is it Liam?
It is not Liam. He's got longer hair and he doesn't wear a mask.
Okay. I guess his
Um,
brother or something, or
Yeah, it's possible. How
oh,
much?
did you want to check him in? Since I guess
Yes.
I missed you.
Yes. So I'd like to check him in for how long for a week? Room and board covering.
Let me double check my tables. Where did I put it?
Paying for this.
It's somewhere around here.
If he comes back, I swear, I will be Eldritch blasting him.
Where did I put this? It's not over here, is it? We'll say, I think it was 5 copper pieces during the reconstruction. So it's a silver for a night, so a week would be, about 7 silver.
Covering food as well, how much might that be? Just whatever approximation, I don't mind how much.
Are we talking breakfast or
All meals covered for that 7 days.
all meals? Okay. So that'd be probably about a gold for all the meals.
Okay, I'm gonna hand him a gold and 5 silver pieces.
5 silver pieces? Okay.
5 silver pieces and the gold, yeah.
All right. So that'll cover most of the meals. And
Most.
a week's
Hold
stay.
on. Hold on. I would like to pay for like all of it.
So 2 more silver.
I give him 5 more silver.
5 more silver. Okay.
Yes.
That's. You gave me extra 3.
That's okay. I would also like to ask you a favor during his
Sure.
stay here.
Okay.
If you could see about getting him work in Citrine,
Okay.
and do your best to.
Yeah, sure. I can ask around. Ask any of the patrons that
and
come in.
Cool.
If anything,
He's rather
we got plenty of
resourceful.
dishes
So
back there that need washing. So
yes. And I'm not asking you to confine him, but I would appreciate if you did your best to persuade him to take up work here, not like immediately
is he like in
leave the
a
city.
bad place kind of situation?
Did you say police or place?
Bad place, sort of. You know, like not having a
Oh.
good time type thing.
I would say that yeah, he's
Okay, noted.
he's got his own stuff going on. Yes.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you. And yeah, I can certainly give him room.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. I'm sure he might come downstairs sometime soon, but let me go grab the rest of my group. And we shall see you on another day.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy your
All right.
your time here.
Thank you. And I head back upstairs.
Oh, did you also want to get bored as well, or?
Oh no, we'll be okay.
All right. You go upstairs.
Hank is just following along at this point. Clearly not his place to be interfering in this situation.
All right, Thomas. Just a little bit more to listen to, and then we'll be out of your hair. Olive. Anyways,
Yeah.
that was the pot calling the kettle black, by the way. I do recognize that my hair is also long. Anyways.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
no, it wasn't. It's growing back. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks, okay? I'm sorry for the rambling.
So just to double check, you don't know where my brother is. He's just kind of somewhere.
That is correct.
And he is alive?
I don't know.
Oh, cool. Okay. Good to know.
So, and I do. You will be the first person I let know when we figure that information out. I have means of contacting you, so don't worry about that. I have set up a deal with the tavern keeper for you to have the full week's worth stay here. I've also asked that he look for any job opportunities within the area for you. And at the very least, he's got work around the inn that you can help out with.
Right.
Your room and board is paid in full. You'll have meals waiting for you each of the 7 days. And then you are on your own for deciding what to do. Once again, I would recommend that you stay away from Jasper.
All right.
This whole situation's already gotten bloody enough.
I'd say.
So yeah, your room's over there. Gregor, if you want to untie him, you can get settled in there and we'll be out of your hair.
Cool.
Gregor.
Oh, yeah. There. Left over right. No. Right over left. Left. Okay.
I love this man so much.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. There you go. I think this is your rope, so here you
Keep
go.
the rope.
Okay. Wait, me keep the rope or him keep the rope?
I mended the rope, it's now our rope.
Okay. Cool.
I hope you don't mind, Thomas.
Yeah, it's rope. Probably didn't even cost a silver.
Alright. If I could ask you to head into your room and we'll be on our way.
By the way, at Oldson's, it's just one big room with a bunch of cots.
If I could
Oh.
ask you to head over to your cot, and we shall be out of your hair.
I did not
right over
realize
there.
that detail.
I also did not know.
Well, I'm just gonna take this one, I guess.
Alright, let's go.
He just sits down and watches you.
As we're walking away, I bring out the hamburger helper and just do this. I'm facing away, but the hand is I'm watching you.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious what all is going through Thomas's head right now.
Oh, and by the way, from the windows you can tell the time is probably early morning at this point.
Okay, we need to find an alley or something.
Yeah, we've been seemingly burning away some time.
We need to go back to Jasper now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright, let's find somewhere secluded.
All right. So you're
Outside of Oldson's bar.
and heading into the alleyway, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I once again think of my bedroom in the Eager-Wish Manor and start casting on the consciousness shifter.
All right. So, you, Pank, and Gregor all suddenly see everything turn to light, at which point we will take a break. And we are back in Eager-Wish Manor.
Okay. I look out the window to see what time it is.
Oh, calculation. I should have figured that out. Let's see. It's about mid-afternoon now. Mid to late afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, and I should probably pull up the calendar so I can keep track of all these time changes.
Ugh. It'd be fine if you did.
Okay, it's in maps. Interesting. So, you're here.
Oof. So, George,
Yes.
with all due respect, um, what the fuck just happened?
So, if I may, could we work on disarming the house while we talk about this?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Okay.
And I'll help with that.
I also might need a bit more of a. I might need a bit more of a question than that to really say anything productive.
So that was Liam's brother.
That was Liam's brother. Or what? That was. It was. How close is Gregor?
Gregor's with you.
Gregor, could you go through the rest of the house and help disarm as well?
Sure.
Perfect, thank you.
I think I understand how to pick this up.
Yes, so just make sure to not touch the actual wire, but just the edges.
Right.
Okay, once he's out of earshot, I say, yes, that's Liam's brother.
So, I mean, obviously there's some sort of relation there. And I think I caught the gist of things from the conversation. But it feels like there's a bit more, a whole lot more behind the scenes.
So, my actual name is Eldor Egowish. I am the last son of Elmaris Egowish, who formerly was one of the most profitable merchant families within Jasper.
So big names.
Big names. Which the reason Thomas didn't recognize me was because I've spent most of my life in the manor. I was born at least a decade after both of my brothers, so I'm quite a bit younger than they are. And I would have assumed the same sort of role that they did in helping out with the business. Had I continued with the desires of my father, but after my mother died, I thought it best for me to instead travel to make a living for myself through music rather than through the business, because, well, as you could probably tell, it's not the most honest business, considering there's been this rivalry between Liam's family, the Sivas, and my family, the Ego Wishes.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be rather nasty business, though it's never been as bad as it has been recently. Apparently.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but did I hear something about Liam killing someone?
So I didn't know this until the True Sight dungeon.
I don't think I overheard this conversation when it happened, so.
Remember how in the True Sight dungeon we had to face some aspect from our past and confront the truth?
Mhm.
Liam's was the projection of my brother that they killed. So, yes. And I didn't know of this until after that it occurred. But
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see things fitting together now. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. This is a whole messed up situation.
it's pretty bad, yes. um uh but while most of my what remains of my life in Jasper is gone, you know, the we had 3/7 here, but it seems that only Asphalt has retained any um connection to it, but that's just because the old Kadra loves this place. Um in the short time I spent between leaving the house by myself for the first time and before I left Jasper, I did make some friends. Um, so I think I'm going to send to her and see if she'd be able to come up. Because she was the one that sort of the answers Thomas gave me, I sort of already knew were had to be true in some part because I have been communicating with her as well. Um, and there's sort of a resistance movement against the Siva family, um, and their takeover of the city.
Okay.
So, yeah, while we work on this, I'm going to send to Julia.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Hello, Julia. This is George. I am in Jasper in my manor. If you can, please come up. Try not to be followed. See you.
Think you've got
Later.
one more? Oh, hi, George. Welcome back. Might not want to mention your last name, but the city is more peaceful now. Nuvian escaped. Felt Tip Library. That's it.
Belt's Tip Library?
Yep. She ran out of words.
Yep. So it doesn't.
sending or message.
Okay. So, can I make a history check on the vaulted library?
I believe either. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception or a history check.
That is a 17.
All right. If I recall correctly, the Felt Tip Library, I think, is where you met her originally,
Right.
or was it at a cafe?
It was a library.
It was a
And then we
library?
went to a tavern.
Okay. So yeah, that's where you first met her.
I did say George, so like
Yeah.
I didn't say my last name. And that I do appreciate the warning. Okay. Um Okay. Uh I don't remember what clothes I was wearing earlier, but I'm going to make sure I'm in my costume clothes and make sure my mask is on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to pink. Change of plans. I'm not sure how. Well, she said she mentioned the first place we met in Descending, and didn't say that she would come up here. So I think I might head down there.
Okay. Should we come along or?
I believe I should not go by myself again.
You hear a shout from downstairs. It's Gregor.
Oh no.
Oh.
He must have tripped it off.
One second, Gregor. We run over to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him.
All right.
This man.
So Gregor has a bunch of wires hanging from one hand. He hasn't set them down anywhere, so he's just kind of carrying them. And he's like holding his foot up a little bit, just kind of leaning against a wall. That hurt.
Are you
You
okay?
got any more healing, George?
Yes. How hurt are you?
Oh, just about 13 hit points worth of damage.
I have a little bit of healing left.
I also have healing.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
Okay.
Oh man, that is a great 5 points of healing. Man, I appreciate how precise he
you a
can
bunch.
be in his.
I mean, Gregor has a lot of experience, as a guard, so he knows how to describe his pain.
Yeah.
So, what do I do with these now? Do I have anywhere to put them, or do we want to, like, hang them somewhere, or?
You know those
Very
like
good.
bead curtains, like down an entryway.
The entrance of death.
Someone pushes him aside and takes a whopping how many?
It's the jellyfish door.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like 3d10 necrotic. You said
per each. Yeah.
Or wire.
so. Like hanging down 4, and they push him away and touch all 4.
That could do 120 necrotic damage.
That'd be pretty potent.
I don't. Do you have any idea as to what we should do with them?
I
If
don't.
none of us, if none of us can dispel it, then maybe we should just put him in a box and keep the box somewhere safe for now.
Yeah, there should be a There should be a box somewhere in here. Yeah, if we head back to you past a room.
Oh wait, Thomas is with us.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, back here's a storage room.
All right.
How many of the wires did you get, Gregor?
In total, you all collected 16.
So we're having to be careful.
I would love to make a trap out of this. That would be fantastic. But for now, yeah. Gregor, did you come by this door?
Yeah, I already got the
Okay,
wire from this door.
let's go in.
All right, so you head in, and it's your old storage room. It's been looted a fair bit. Like there's not as much stuff as there's, or as you're used to seeing. But there's some boxes that are still left behind and all that. It's not completely vacated. Just a lot of the golden looking things have been taken.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, just one of these boxes, I suppose. If you guys wouldn't mind, could you go do that? I think I might want to check up just like the grave marker he said was out there in the backyard.
Yeah, sure, we can take care of this.
All right.
Perfect.
So it's off the map, we'll say. It's up over here. You go over to your family's grave site. There does seem to be a new grave marker. For Morthil.
I can't believe you're gone. Wow. I just stand there quietly for a bit.
All right.
And then eventually head back inside.
As you're getting ready to head back inside, you hear a cart rolling up around the front.
No, I go back in the building.
Okay.
I go back in the building and into the foyer to see what's up.
All right. Just out here?
Yeah.
All right. So from the windows that are very clearly shown here, you see a familiar old man
Oh.
with what seems to be a cart of various supplies.
Alright, I take my mask off.
All
And
right.
I go and throw open the main doors.
All right. So opening the main doors, he does take a slow look towards you. He gets out of the cart slowly and walks up. How do you do?
That's all you have to say. It's been so long. It's not been that long. It's been a little bit of time, Oswald.
And you as well.
Right. Do you
He
not
seems to be
recognize
looking
me?
around. Mind if I step in?
Do you not recognize me? Come on in.
Of course I recognize you.
Right. Then what's my name?
He leans in. Is the Siva here?
No.
Okay. So it's just you.
Me and a couple friends.
You can see he starts to waver a little bit. It's
Yeah, come along inside.
nice to see a friendly face.
Hmm.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you.
Erjor, of course.
Sorry.
I would not forget you. Not easily.
I appreciate I left an impression.
How did you make it back into the city?
Well, with this wonderful disguise, of course. As I put on the mask.
Deception check.
Let's see. That is a 14.
14. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter if as long as you're safe. What of your father? Last I've heard from him, he left to find you, and he's not come back. Is he here too?
I have no clue as to the whereabouts of my father.
Is he at least safe, or? Do you not know?
I don't. I did run into him again, and we did not have a pleasant
I can imagine.
yes.
Where at least did you run into him?
Citrine.
Okay. He may be on his way back then.
Yeah,
It takes a while for him to return.
I've definitely gotten back faster than he could manage.
I see.
So the mask is not very convincing, huh?
I think it's a good idea. From what I gather, no one in the city really knows about you, so you should be relatively free to move about. There may be people suspicious of newcomers to the city, but I think those people will be far and few between. It's a big city. I'm just surprised you've returned safely. Your brother, he's gonna take a second look around the room. Your brother Nubian, as far as I can tell, is safe. He escaped to the forest in the south. My understanding is it was your aunt that helped rescue him and bring him there.
I see.
That is, I'd say, largely speculation, but that's my best guess. Of course, we've not heard anything from your aunts in years, decades, but I think she might have visited once or twice when I first started my butlership here.
Well, from what I've gathered, it seems the rumor on the town is that he did escape, so I would imagine he is okay. There is one person who was in Jasper, who does know of me now, but he is not in Jasper anymore. So,
Okay.
at least for the foreseeable future, as in at least a week, I presume, that should keep up. I don't know how long. It would depend on a lot of factors. But I've done my best to make sure it was one of the Siva. I've made sure to do my best to limit the possibility that that comes into play later.
Okay. So you somehow did away with Thomas. That's good for us. Anyone else really doesn't ever check on the manor. That was kind of his area to watch. He really only went for reports every week or so, so we should have, I'd say, at least 4 days before anyone seems to get suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans here? Do you plan to take your things and be on your way, or something else?
I have a contact in the city I'd like to meet up with today, but well, my concerns are beyond the issues regarding my family's feud with the Siva.
Hmm.
So I'm not quite sure if I will be staying much time here.
Okay,
I have
understood.
I have to figure that out with my group. Oh, hold on a second. Peg!
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, come to the foyer, please.
Sure.
Should I come too, or?
Yeah, come along too, Gregor.
Oh, I can't believe you heard me from all the way over here. I was speaking to Pink. You got good elven ears.
I do.
I was gonna ask if Gregor should come too, anyways. So. But yeah, I make my way over to where I heard his
hello.
voice from.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. I suppose these are the friends you were talking about.
Yes. So the tall man is Gregor.
Greetings.
And the short man.
The Aarakocra is Peg.
Greetings as well. It's good to see the young master has some friends.
Gregor, if I may, and Oswald, you two as well.
Yeah.
Could I
yeah.
ask that you help get us settled in so we can at least stay the night here? I think Peg and I need to head down to the town to meet up with someone.
Understood. But do be careful.
Will do. Don't worry.
Oh, and I'm happy to help up. Help around. However that phrase goes.
Right, of course. And don't worry. I'm Except it, yeah. Anyways,
I wish I had a mask on me so I could like show him me trying to put a mask over my beak.
well, my mask is like one of those opera masks or
Oh,
whatever
right.
to blend in with the whole bard thing.
Yeah. There's no blending in for Pink. He's a bluebird.
What are you talking about? That's normal.
That's so normal everywhere here.
All right, Pink. Let's get to move on then.
Well,
Yep.
Gregor, I got a cart of supplies. Yeah, of course. Let's help. I can help bring them in.
Oh,
Safe journeys,
Gregor.
you two. Oh, yes.
Gregor. Do you have any desire to keep that sunblade that Thomas had?
No, you can have it if you want.
Yeah, could we take it along with us?
Doesn't bother me.
Oh,
But
thank you.
may want to keep it concealed in some way,
Good seal.
because that
Yes.
might be recognizable.
Right. For now, I suppose I'll put it in my backpack. All right, we shall be back.
All right. Safe journeys.
We shall be. Yeah.
Oh, whoops! I'm showing the map. Is there anything special on here? I think we're safe. I just
You're showing the
noticed.
calendar.
Or yeah, the calendar. Didn't mean to pull this up because you actually don't know the date.
I didn't
Oh,
see
well.
anything.
I also didn't notice anything.
All right. So we can go to Jasper. Here is the Ego Wish Estate. This building
Big
over here.
place.
So to get to the Felt's Tip Library is to go all the way down this road up to Jasper proper.
Oh, is that a road, not a river?
So there's a river here, and then there's a road that.
Oh, a
runs
road along it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you make your way. It is relatively late in the evening
All right.
when you get there.
Hey, Pink.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you want the sword?
Sure.
All right. I feel like if you didn't want it, I would keep it. But I feel like, you would just be better than I could be with it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I've never used anything of the sort before, but or at
Yeah, we
least
can just.
like this, but
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on.
All right. So eventually you find your way to the library, where we originally met Julia, if I can name. Yes. And walking in, trying to find her description here. There's a human woman, with not much more description.
Wow, it's crazy.
human woman.
A human
A
woman.
relatively young human woman, probably around the age of 25, we'll say,
Yeah.
according to your Elvish and Aarakocra estimates. That seems about right for the human age.
All right.
She
I'll
just
look
seems to be sipping
around.
tea while reading a book.
Sorry?
She just seems to be sipping tea while reading a book.
Oh, perfect. I walk up to where she's at.
Doesn't seem to notice you.
Say, ma'am.
Hmm? Oh.
Do you happen to be in need of a musician of sorts?
You know, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I think I know a good place for music.
Ah, perfect. Well, lead along.
All right. She goes to the shelves and puts the book back, finishes her tea, and then walks out of the library with you. Presumably you follow.
Yes.
All right. So, once again, she heads over to a familiar bar. The name being the Arid Bar. It's a dry bar in the town, run by an old dwarvish individual who waves to you as you walk in, but he's a little too far and the place is a little too crowded to really get a way to say, oh, hey, welcome and all that. You follow Julia over to one of the sort of secluded booths at one of the walls. There are walls on each side of the booth, so it's a little bit private, but not super so. But it's loud enough in here that nobody's really going to be likely listening in on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, how'd you get back? Are you good? Like how?
I mean,
Surprised to see you.
It's nice to see you. We're fine. We we just got back in today, I
Okay.
think.
You get
And
past the gate. That's
well, as you
challenge.
see, like I'm well disguised, and no
You're
one
not
knows about me.
really letting anyone through.
What?
It's been completely shut off.
You're telling me the port merchant town has been completely shut off?
Well, the east gate is completely shut. Yeah,
Right.
you went off towards Central Edelstein, right?
Yes. I had some help getting back in the city.
I see. Well,
What happened to... I thought the city was... under greater threat.
Well, I think anyone the Sivas kind of found a threat kind of disappeared, we'll say. Not a lot of people were fans of that. But, and also, basically, anyone who dissents against the Sivas kind of gets arrested for one reason or another. But as long as people aren't dissenting, city life is, by most measures, improved. Sure, we're not free to leave, to come in or out, but general life has certainly improved. Many things have gone to actually affordable here. The mayor has been taken down, we'll say, dethroned or demayored. I don't quite know the term, but the Sivas now stand as acting mayoral family, I guess. And generally speaking, everyone's relatively happy with what's going on. Yeah, like I said, your brother escaped, and yeah, we don't really know much after that. They chased him all the way out of Jasper proper, and whatever horse he was riding was faster than they could follow. They saw it go towards the forest, and that was about it. But yeah, all gates are closed. Everything on the port is heavily scrutinized by. Let's see who's on the port. That would be Donnie Siva. That's controlling a lot of the port, along with the militia he's kind of built up around himself. I don't know what else do you need to know?
So, from what I understand, Jasper is now completely separated from Smeraldi itself and
Edelstein?
Edelstein itself.
Yeah.
And how is the city getting not only the supplies to keep the economy from crashing, but also getting enough to drop the prices?
Well, I'm sure you're well aware of how the whole eager wish tax kind of worked. So just by getting rid of that, prices drop by down to like 10% of what they were originally at. Of course, there was already a large store of gold, and so there's that. Jasper itself, I'm sure you already know, is a sort of self-sufficient, you know, city. We produce all the crops that we need, any building supplies. So really, the city can act independent. And the fact that we still have all of the Sivas trade going on, and the fact that the Sivas took over the Eager Wishes trade, that's certainly just kept the economy going. And for the locals, it's rather booming. Approval of the Sivas is actually, generally speaking, quite high. Only a lot of the older folks really dissented in any way. But those were far and few between.
My family's tax on medicine, it was that.
Well, it was medicine
weighty?
and everything else. All
We had
the,
a hand. We had a hand in everything else too.
of course, all of the major shipments from Smeraldi came in from there. And then, of course, your family owned most of the shops, all the land that they were on, and so they collected high margins from that. I figured you know most of this, but I guess maybe you were kept out of it. You did seem quite surprised when I first met you that not a lot of people liked the Eager Wishes.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really understand what was going on.
But at the very least, nobody should bother you. Seems no one here seems to know of a third Eager Wish son. So
You better stay in Citrine, I swear. You better stay in Citrine.
people might give you some trouble for being an elf, but you're on the younger side, so nobody should really suspect you of anything.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Hey, it's really great to see you.
Yeah,
Is there
it's
anything
good
you
to
would
see you.
like to order from the bar here?
Uh, my friend and I here, we do have to get back to my manor before it gets too late. I do know that hmm, yeah, I guess this wouldn't be of too much help, but I have an extra crystal connector.
Oh, okay.
Um, if you'd like to have it. That
Sure.
way, if you find means of getting a message out, you can contact me
Yeah.
whenever.
In the event they decide to reactivate the heart crystal, yeah, I can give it a go.
Hmm.
She takes the
Hmm.
crystal connector, presumably.
Yep. Hmm. I do have one more question.
Of course, anything.
Uh, so the trade with Smaraldi, that's been doing well enough, but has there been generally any have the ports for travel still been open with Smaraldi?
Not presently. Anyone who has to do anything with the ports has to go through the SIVAs. And usually they don't let people leave. It's purely, you could certainly try and sneak through, but it might be a bit of a
All
challenging
right.
one. I mean, you certainly made it into the city, so maybe your connection can help.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you again, Julia.
Of course. I'm usually back in the felt tip library if you need anything.
Perfect. I suppose we'll be on our way.
All right. Well, safe travels. It's great to see you're safe and see you're here.
Yeah.
Certainly
It's good
changed
to
your look
see.
quite a bit.
Yeah. It's been an interesting couple months. Well,
That it has.
I shall talk to you later then.
All right.
And I start walking toward the exit.
Although and just give a nod.
Nice meeting you too. All right. Now what?
Yeah, let's get walking. We need to talk about stuff that is. Let's at least get out on the quieter bits of the road.
Sorry, what was that? I spaced out a
I,
little bit.
I need to talk to you, but let's get walking away from all the bustle and noise.
Yeah, sounds good. And so we're just going to be walking back towards the manor, is it? Or just to a more secluded area?
Towards the manor, but we can start talking once
All
we are at a good spot.
Yeah, sounds good. And we're
Oh wait, I'm
walking.
still on manor music. Well, he's a slight bit of Jasper music. There you go. As you walk back.
All right. Well, this has been extremely shocking.
So all of what she was saying, uh, it sounds like the people who your family is in a power struggle with is generally better received.
Yeah. Yeah. It I expected to come back to a city that needed a hero. But it looks like they sort of have their hero. Plus, we have the matter at hand.
Yeah.
But the closest area would be Smeraldi. And we'd have to get on one of those boats.
Yeah. There's the 2 pillars in Smeraldi,
Yes.
the blue and the red.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think that unless we find a reason to completely uproot the new system of Jasper, I don't know if it would be right to do anything.
Unfortunately, it does, or fortunately, depending, I guess, how you look at it, does seem that way. Were you like a fan of how your family conducted things when they were in power?
No, and I didn't even know how bad it was. I just knew that based off what little instruction my father gave for how I was to be raised, it was a deceitful business. But that was honestly the extent of what I knew. I never understood how bad it was.
Well, I guess with that, then it's not our place to start uprooting things now.
I don't think it is. So then the next question, I suppose, would be how we get an elf, a Aarakocra, and a very large Gregor onto a boat.
That is a challenge. If it were just me, I might be able to fly there, but
If it were just the two of us, we also might. We're both relatively stealthy. It would be difficult though.
yeah,
But with the three of us,
we kind of stick out in any crowd we walk amongst.
yes, especially if the people of Jasper are not the biggest fans of non-humans. I guess elves. I've only been told elves. but I'm one of them.
Yeah.
So, um,
Unfortunately, that's a kind of a common theme that I've observed in my travels.
yes. Um,
Is there anywhere around Jasper that, well, I guess not, because you, I think I remember it being said that you were kept inside of the manor growing up, correct?
pretty much.
You didn't really
Yes.
travel much around the area outside of Jasper?
No. Um, I have what I remember from learning inside my mana. I mean, you saw my desk. We have reading materials in the mana.
Yeah.
What you didn't see is how big that um, collection is.
I take it you have some sort of library.
Yes. Though, who knows how that has fared in the time I've been gone.
Because it did seem to be ransacked.
Yes. There's always that library, though. Speaking of which, we only really know of the continents that these pillars are
Yeah.
at. Though, it would be easier. We might find something, but it might be easier to find something in Smeraldi while we are in Smeraldi.
For sure. Since two of the pillars are there, that I think should be our main focus right now. I'm sure we'll find more evidence surrounding that, given everything Tiadan told us
Right.
about what was going to be occurring. I'm just thinking back to before, like what was happening right before we teleported. I do wonder how Liam is.
Here, I can send to Liam. It seems like we're approaching where the mana should be, anyways. But yes, let me send to Liam. See if I get a response. And I shall cast sending.
If you don't get a response from sending, does that inherently mean that the person is like dead, or does that just mean they could be not responding, or
They could be not responding, or they could be in a strange place.
strange place?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
Okay.
Like a place
Hello,
that has
Liam.
magic blocked or something.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Liam.
This is George. I wanted to check on you. Your brother Thomas is in Citrine also. He wonders how you are. Please reply.
George basically only has 23 words of sending because he always says, hey, name.
No, I have 20 words because I have to say, hello, Dave, this is George.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. Hi, George. I'm still at Oldson's, where you left me.
Oh my gosh.
Glad to know you're checking in on my brother. Uh, let me know if he replies.
Wait. Wait. What
That
happened?
sucks.
Wait, what happened?
They
Hold on.
contacted Thomas.
Why? Wait, sending? Contacted Thomas?
Yes. I.
I thought. Hold on, I might be misunderstanding how sending works. How does it work?
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar.
Yeah.
It hears it in its mind, recognizes you. Oh, so it recognizes you as the sender if it knows it's you, or knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
So wait, hold on. Then why did it send to Thomas?
Because the person that I imagined I was sending to might not have been able to be sent to. But they're twins. So there is no way of knowing if William is still alive. But that points to the negative.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's probably the worst way of getting new information for Thomas. Just like, hey, here's. Oh, you got a wrong call.
Yeah, you butt dialed Thomas.
I but Thomas was something so precise that it only fails in very specific circumstances. Okay, well, up to the mana, I suppose. I did not get a reply. I got a reply from Thomas, actually.
You can see Pink's brow feathers, however that works, furrow. That's
That
not a good sign.
no, and that was my last. That was the last time I could cast Sending today. I need rest.
Yeah, I think it's just best to rest on it and come up with a plan when we're in a better state.
Yes, I agree.
George, you hear a voice in your head.
Hmm?
Some of us made it to the caves.
Oh.
There's a city here. Do not fight the shadowy figure. Be careful. We're going to lie low now.
Do I recognize
no.
the voice?
The now doesn't get through. It seems to be Liam or Thomas.
Considering Thomas doesn't know anything about any of that, I just sent to both of them.
What? What the what?
Well, I guess I'm sending to Thomas in the morning.
What? What? Okay.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is wild.
All right, to the manor we go.
To the manor we go to rest up.
To rest up.
All right. You get back to the manor. Gregor and Oswald have sufficiently brought in all of the supplies and set up once again. Just something worth staying at. Oswald has cooked dinner for all of you. And as far as you can tell, eventually you'll notice that he's done a bit of cleanup from the scuffle.
Okay.
And at that point,
I
do
don't
we
know.
want to call it?
What?
Do we want to call it at that point?
I think that's a good stopping point, just about. If we want to get
Yeah.
through like a little bit more role play until we get to actually rest.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You might want to do that.
Say, Oswald.
Yes, young master.
From what I've gathered, a trip to Smeraldi from Jasper would be difficult
I would
at this
agree.
current time.
What'd he say?
I would agree.
Do you think we could still do it anyways? It's of rather large importance. Sorry?
It'd be rather difficult.
Right. Well, it is very, very, very important that we make it to Smeraldi.
Well, let's see. To get through Seaport, you would have to get into the Siva's militia.
Boy.
Get into perhaps their shipping division. Yeah.
If only we had a Siva that could help us with that.
That go out to sea to do the trading there, as none of the ships will dock directly at the port. Any of the Smeraldan ships will not be able to dock directly at the port. The official reason they give is that there's repairs going on, or some rubble had fallen in the water that would damage ships from the Great Quake.
Right.
But if you could get onto one of those shipping vessels and make your way onto the Smeraldan ship for the official reason of helping bring goods onto your ship, onto the Siva's ship, and snuck your way and effectively disappeared on the ship without anyone noticing, then I think you'd be able to make your way to Smeraldi. Alternatively, you could leave the city the same way you came in, make your way over to it'd be a long journey, but Edelstein's southern port, and take a ship around. Or you could try hedging your bets in the central port of Edelstein, with the somewhat shady merchant city of Pearl. If I look at my old maps.
I'm gonna look at that map real quick.
Maps. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to open the Giga map, which takes a second. But Oswald would know the different city names for sure. Yeah, so you could make your way back through Citrine to Onyx, catch a ship from Onyx out to Pearl, and then from Pearl out to Smeraldi. It'd be a journey, but might be possible. or it'd be a much longer journey, all the way to citrine, then to cobalt, then to likely trifle, which, as I'm sure you know, trifle typically only services Auradon, but it wouldn't be unheard of to take a ship out towards Smeraldi, although I suppose a trifle ship would often resupply in Pearl, so that might be your best bet.
Right. Yes, the sea routes are
I'd
Jasper
wager
is the
that might
most.
be maybe a few months' journey.
How long would it take to get into the Siva militia and to get onto one of their boats to get direct access to the Smeraldi ships?
It depends, I suppose, how. I think generally speaking, might take someone a week if they prove their loyalty well enough and don't seem suspicious in any sort of way. Although certainly I might be able to pull some strings for you to get things escorted a little faster.
Love this guy.
He's great.
Luckily, we have access to all of the Eager Wishes documents and official seals and all of that that have reputation with a lot of the merchants. The Sivas themselves might not be so kind to those, but at the very least, some connections might be able to be made.
I think that might. Oh, we have to work with the Sivas.
I have personally no, official relationship with any known official relationship with either side, so it wouldn't, I imagine, be too difficult for me.
My qualms over that are not large enough to not go through with this for the sake of the goal to get to Smeraldi.
It is of utmost importance we get to Smeraldi.
Yes.
Oh, and I suppose you also have the benefit of your large friend Gregor over there. Hello.
Yep.
Hey, Gregor.
Who would certainly be more attractive to any of the hiring individuals for that sort of job. He's definitely got a body built for cargo. I'd say so.
Oh, Gregor. I suppose that will be the plan then.
I agree, but I wonder the likelihood of you, of all people, being able to infiltrate.
Me?
From me.
Sorry, not you, Gregor.
Oswald.
Yes.
From what I've seemed to gather recently, and just based off of my upbringing, and my past, I guess, I'm not, a third ego wish is not well known at all.
Indeed.
Is it? In fact, the only person of interest who would know outside of like my father, which I doubt he would get in the way of things. He would have the capacity to get in the way of things. The only one would be Thomas Siva, which
He's out of commission for at least a week.
he's out of commission for at least a week.
But
And I have a feeling he might be inclined to not get in the way of things.
I get that sentiment, but it feels off to me that someone high ranking in the Siva family perhaps wouldn't at least know of your existence.
Well, luckily,
Was that never
for
the
this
case?
situation, your father kept that under quite strong wraps.
So the likelihood of anyone actually being able to recognize him is pretty much zero.
Quite low, yes.
Okay.
There might be some family resemblance, which is why I might recommend the mask. Although I suppose the mask might impede your ability to infiltrate the Sivas as well.
That was my worry because
It
he's
might-
he's elvish, and I doubt he would be. I imagine there's some sort of familiar resemblance. So, and he wouldn't be able to wear a mask the whole time.
That's true.
I mean, so I've not used the mask for this purpose. I might have once, but the mask could be a part of my character or whatever. And if I entirely lean on the desire to entertain, that might work. I have a disguise kit. What I could do? I could make markings on my face to resemble scarring and say that I'm like the masked bard or something. Maybe from a wolf attack or something. And then that would give all the precedence in the world for me not to take my mask off. It would add mystery. Ooh.
The question would bring is, why would they hire a bard?
It's a very good question. Why would they hire a bard?
There is perhaps one more way. Well, first of all, there's your contact for how you got into the city. They might be able to find you a way out. But second to that is the Claystone Quarry does go through the South Crown Mountain. You might be able to get to the southern shore of the mountain, where there are some people with ships that are active, although those tend to be smaller yachts and not necessarily larger ships.
We just need one large enough to get the three of us across.
The
So,
problem with the Claystone Quarry is, well, A, you have to make it through the quarry, but B, it's not been inspected since the quake, so it may be unstable.
I think we could manage this far.
yeah. And, well, it's still within the area to not make it become too much of a time sink.
Okay.
Yes, so that might work. We could do that, and then if we can make it through, we'd be able to. Well, I'm sure they'd be more amenable to take someone across more than the Sivas would be.
True.
I would have to agree. Hmm. Yeah, that might be our best bet.
Otherwise, we've got to find a reason for a ranger and a bod to get on the Siva militia.
Well, your Gregor here could maybe sneak you in a crate.
Okay. It's not. I can't say for you, but it's not the worst idea necessarily. That might be the best option if we are to deal with the Sivas.
And
Quick question. Oh, sorry.
yes.
This is out of character.
Oh.
Pass without trace.
Mhm.
Does that are you just like super sneaky, or does that make you like actually like a shadowy sort of like hard to see type of thing?
Little bit A, little bit of B.
Because there's a
Increases your
veil of
stealth
shadow.
by a flat 10.
Yeah. Okay. Just wondering for future reference.
And I will say, up in Elmaris's library, there are plenty of hidden books about the smuggling trade and how well he brought some of those things in. So there's certainly some secrets there, as long as you don't get one of the major Sivas on your ship trying to inspect things. You should be safe enough. As long as things go smoothly, of course.
Well, at least that could finally make all of this business come into my use.
Indeed.
Well, perhaps this is something we should, I guess, for you guys, sleep on.
Yeah. We can think about this more tomorrow.
All right, very well. I'll keep watch over the manor in the night.
Thank you again, Osvala.
Anything for you, young master.
I do love this guy.
He's great.
All right. And with that,
All right.
I take it you all go to sleep.
Yes.
All right. At which point, you all get a full rest.
Yeah, long
and we will
rest
end
time.
the session.